Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well-timed, excellent interception.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind...
And a chance! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Osimhen is herring after that one. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Maradona. Pull it. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Adriano. Pressure coming in from all directions. And this is... Great chance! He's scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He rises! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Adriano! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Can he finish? Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Osimhen providing an outlet on that flank. Osimhen! Cantona. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, good-looking ball. Roberto Carlos just eases him off the ball. Busquets. Osimhen. And he's played it back. Van Dijk is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. He could be in here. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Barcelona presented with a golden opportunity here. Khan looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Maradona. And here's Osimhen, Luis Suarez, Nedved, Cantona, played out to the left flank, and he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Jordi Alba. That has ended up in no man's land. Barcelona finding their passes. Conte, Maradona. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Conte. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Goes for goal! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Edmilson. And it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Osimhen. Shot, surely! Yes! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And yes, it's him again. So now the difference is 3. Now it's Kante. It's played through for him. It's Luis Suarez! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, super find. And he seemed certain to get the 6th.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Plays it across. Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's true.
And there is the half-time whistle.
Look, the standout moment of the first half was obviously the own goal, but the current scoreline more than makes up for it.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Jordi Alba. Conte. And Edmilson. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And that has been cut short. Hullet. Del Piero. Back into the middle. Suarez is onto it in a flash. And this is Maradona. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And it's Jordi Alba. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Osimhen. He's tried one! Now, who's going to be first to this? Del Piero. Neymar. Van Dijk makes the interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Roberto Carlos. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Conte looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Jordi Alba. Van Dijk. And it's Hullet. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for the run. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Maradona. He has found the way through. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Maradona. And this is Luis Suarez. Barcelona have a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Maradona looking to play it into the box. They're taking a moment to consider their options. And how good was that? A finish of true class. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Barcelona are having a ball here. Out towards the flank. Cantona. Just about up to 75 minutes. And they're back on the ball again. And here's the chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Royce. Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Distributed tidily. Now it's Kante. He's found a way through. Turns and goes back. Luis Suarez! It's there! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Oh, give it away. Tries from distance. Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Cannavaro. It's Hullet. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Cannavaro. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Osimhen. He's through here. He's shifting through the gears here. So much time and space here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Can he get it through? He's being urged. Osimhen! Oh, terrific save. Barcelona have their second corner now. Roberto Carlos goes short. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Has a shot! Van Dijk tries to clear. Pedri. And this is Neymar. Now it's Osimhen. Luis Suarez. Nicely shaped ball. That is a great pick out. Now it's Osimhen. Applies the finish! Goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where the... So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's down to business here. And it's Hullet. Now, can they get him away? Jordi Alba, terrific header! Harmlessly behind. Now it's Bale. Stood up well to him there. Conte. Knocks it into space.
Well, there's a big game player, if ever there was one.
Iniesta, takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Roberto Baggio is offering a wry smile there.
Goes looking wide. And here's Bale. That's good running with the ball. Conte. And it's Baggio. Kukçu. And it's Cáceres. Cáceres got a long way forward to join the attack. And the through ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Seedorf. And here's Bale. Played out wide. Jordi Alba. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vieira cuts out the pass. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's cut it out. Milan have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. That's a shade optimistic. Cáceres. Galatasaray deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they...
And the finish! Goal! Galatasaray! And Galatasaray have the lead. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish, exquisite.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
It's Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Conte. Frimpong. Some good work on the right flank here. Look at the space. Kukçu! And that is wildly off target.
Kukçu clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there. Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's taking no chances there. Backward it goes. Chance! Half an hour played now. And it's been played through. Oh, that's nice. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Caceres is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Kukcu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that is expertly dealt with. Has a look and plays it forward. Seedorf powering forward here. And here's Bale.
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Conte. Van Dijk. Baresi. Hullet. Now it's Osimhen. Caceres. Out towards the flank. That's a super give and go. Passing nice and neat. Batistuta! Early ball out from the back. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Whistle goes and we start the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bale.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Looking for options for movement. Hullet. And the shot! That's a pretty loose pass. Crosses it. It's a mighty effort! Oh, he's been caught on it here. He'll try to keep this alive. Van Dijk gets rid without sophistication. Played it back. Looking for a runner. Gets his head on it! Bale finds himself offside. And it's Bale. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Caceres. It's a good spell of possession, this. Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Milan still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And he cuts out the supply. Galatasaray are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Hullet! Oh, what has happened here? Son Heung-min is flagged offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
This looks promising. Osimhen! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Osimhen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Conte. Roberto Baggio. And he was alert to it. Thuram gets it clear. They get a throw in. Makaleli. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. Out to the right. And he's in on goal. Played out towards the right wing. That's good defending, very good defending. Now he's got space here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Jordi Alba. Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And this is Bale. Azar. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bale tries to pass it through. Bale. No, that was never going to make it. And it's Jordi Alba. Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Conte. Azar. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Batistuta. Ricky Puig. And here's Forlan. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Galatasaray nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Nesta. And it's Makalele. And it's Pirlo. Tries to play it through. And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So that's got things underway. Good running with the ball. And the counter is on. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player with vision and creativity in addition to his finishing now.
And a reputation for being lethal, clinical, vital in front of goal is by now very, very richly deserved.
Really effective.
Bastoni. And it's Rodri. Hernandez. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. No, he's not getting his way this time. Koundé. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Saka. Isco.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's in space and looking for options. He's going for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Van Dijk. Koundé.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Opts for safety. Neither side yet able to find the net. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Spread out to the left. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now, can they get him away? Oh, they can break here. Osimhen. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Rummenigge! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Forlan. Looking for options for movement. Alexander-Arnold showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Looking to play him in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, super ball! Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Son Heung-min was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Saka delivered a big header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Van Dijk. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, shooting chance! So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Messi, and he's worked it through. It's Forlan! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And they're not going to make any further progress now. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. And it's hoisted clear. Played back in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Koundé. Koundé's cross. Punched away. Nicely aimed pass. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Here we go again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Saka. Koundé. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Osimhen. Tries to play it through. Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
There's the crossfield ball. Saka. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Thinks about the... And the shot!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Out to the left it goes. Ekitike, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Liverpool have reclaimed it. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Played back in. Hazard has it in a wide position. He rises! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Ekitike. That's a good ball out wide. Fermin. Saka receives it in a wide position. Liverpool with the corner, there first. Van Dijk tries to clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Great vision. Now it's Hazard. And he's had it nicked away. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. 75 minutes played. Saka. Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Osimhen. Plays a sharp little ball here. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. He's had a shot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Rummenigge really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
A case now of complete control. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan are coasting towards victory. And that's going to be a booking. Rummenigge! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That is ended up in no man's land. Rummenigge. Van Dijk with the slide tackle there. Vermeer. It's run loose here. Well, that is one way to stop him. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Lacking in accuracy. Camavinga. Oh, good spread. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Saka is in a really good position out wide. And they're back on the ball again. Koundé concedes a free kick for that. Time added on 4 minutes. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Alexander-Arnold. Nicely spread. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now there's a fine ball. Up he goes! He's got a goal! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball.
And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. No other club feels like Boca, no ground like the Bombonera. Feel it, see it, hear it. This is what the game means to this legion of followers. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades. And I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders. And he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And he shoots! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Barella. Roberto Carlos. Ribery. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. Rummenigge in with the challenge. Barella. Nicely shaped ball. And he was quick to react. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Nicely shaped cross. Played out towards the right wing. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, super find. And that's not going to reach. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an...
Mbappe!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Knocks it out one. And there's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Here comes the cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van Dijk makes the interception. Osimhen. Played out wide, back into the middle. Beckenbauer gets rid without sophistication. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Tries from a long way out. Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Mbappe tries from distance. Now it's Hazard. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Still goalless at the moment. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. And Ribery! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Roberto Carlos out-muscles him. Rummenigge is fouled. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. hurry-burry. That's rather hopeful. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Threads one in. Osimhen. Neymar. And it's Azar. Now that's a lovely exchange. Oh, that's neat. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, lovely feed. Great chance! Goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Hazard. Nicked it back promptly. Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, it's come off the upright. He can get that clear. He came in hard, very hard. Well, that has not gone well. And it's Azar. Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action is back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start.
Osimhen has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, that was close. Looking for the run. Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. So this to extend their lead. Terrific save by Manuel. Well, would you believe that?
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
And we have our very first corner. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Gilberto Silva duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
And he's lifted it over.
Xabi Alonso will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it? Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Tries a measured ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Xabi Alonso. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Ribéry. Can he get on the end of this? It is a corner. Milan are looking to go forward now. Almost an hour gone. Mbappe takes control of it and he's on the move. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's well spotted. Now this could be... Goes for a shot! Goal! Back to within 1. Interesting. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Hazard. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Now, can they get him away?
That's positional gold.
And a shot! Kadiolu gets it away. He's gone for goal. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, important interception. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He's found a way through.
Oh, really well played.
Elects to cross. It's a mighty effort. And that would have won it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Deftly out wide. That's a pretty loose pass. Gilberto Silva. Hazard could try cutting inside here. Ribery was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Tries to play it through. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Beckenbauer. Roberto Carlos. Looking to go deep.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And he won't reach that. Great vision. And it's been played through. And the keeper has it. Time added on 4 minutes. A probing pass. And here's Ronaldinho. Oh, what a ball! Mbappe! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And that is as far as it goes. Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Xavi Alonso picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, that's what you call a job well done. The host didn't make it easy. There was a...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, this is a real privilege, Peter. There's an iconic number 10 below us.
You refer, of course, to the great Zico.
I do indeed, arguably.
Applies the finish! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Oh, that's well spotted.
Seedorf. Now it's Messi.
Yamal. He is through here.
Messi.
Tries to pass it through. And he's intervened well there. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Now it's Zico. Roberto Carlos. And it's Seedorf.
Seedorf! Lacking in accuracy.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Now it's Bale.
No, he's had it taken off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's having a shot! And it's a goal! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So, a breakthrough already.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And here's Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, nice touch.
No way he was going to let him past. Caceres has it in a wide position. Caceres made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully.
And that's going to be a booking.
Now that looks a decent ball. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that...
And Hullet! Maldini tries to clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Messi, great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Roberto Carlos.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a sharp pass. Tries to play it through. Kvaratskhelia gets flagged offside. That's a decent clearance.
Zico. Shot. He's having a go. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Defending.
Yamal!
Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia
Unable to make it happen for all his good intent. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. No, it's come to nothing. Osimhen is herring after that one. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
And here's Zico. Nice control.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hullet. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Knocks it into space. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Now it's Zico.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Great ball, and he's in here.
There's the shot! It's fallen kindly here. He's scored!
And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important.
And there's the end of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the second half gets underway. Has a look and plays it forward. Roberto Carlos. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. It's a really well-measured ball. Delivers with whip. Tries to get it clear. Spread out to the left.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's going to go a long way. That His good alertness.
Could move up a gear here. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very grateful.
He's going for goal!
Maldini.
Osimhen with the foul.
Osimhen has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
And it's Roberto Carlos.
Not the most accurate pass. Vitinha. And claimed it back swiftly. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Oh, that's fabulous. John, surely! He scores! They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That's a promising run he's making on the right. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
And no, that was never going to make it. Spread it left. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And he welcomes it in.
Oh, what? Decent chance! He has done it! Into the lead once more.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Now it's Osimhen.
Crunching tackle.
Davids.
Looking for the run. Oh, super ball. There's the header!
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react.
And here's Van Basten.
Rivaldo. Great vision.
Vinicius Junior.
Quietly revving up.
And he's going to have his name taken.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
It's Pele! They've scored! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
This has become one superb game of football. And he shoots! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
He could be in here.
Caceres wins the duel this time.
Has a look and plays it forward.
And he's managed to get free. That's a shade optimistic.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And that's played in low. Chance for a shot!
And that is doing no harm at all.
Into the last 5 minutes. And it's Rivaldo.
Kvaratskhelia.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Osimhen. Vinicius Junior
Is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Oh, that's neat.
Long ball looking to counter.
Vinicius Junior. Pele.
Pele finds himself offside.
Now it's Osimhen. He's got away. And the shot!
Yamal. Well, that has not gone well.
Pele! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof!
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
And time is up. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, And ultimately, they lost the game. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I thought it lived up to its billing.